Mods! Tommy G, let's go. Mods! The most wanted drivers in New York.
Okay, easy, Tiger. Easy. Come on. Hey. How many police chases do you think you've been in?
30, I think.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted.
And Tommy G with him. You see, this is controlled opposition here. I'm down, Chico. I'm down. What he in? Porsche SUV? Porsche? Or Ferrari SUV?
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. I'm here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Hey, I'm Squeeze Benz.
Squeeze Benz. Never. Oh, it's a Lamborghini. My bad. Lamb truck. My bad. Lamb truck. My bad, sir. And he scammed. So you know, sure, he got that triple whammy on him. He's a crazy driver, reckless crazy driver, and he's a scammer in New Jack City. Imagine that. Good luck.
Swim team, you already know what's going on. I love NYPD. Swim team, the dream team.
So
Swim
buckle up,
team,
folks.
the
This is
dream
going to be a
team.
wild ride. One day in the safety of my home in Milwaukee, I started to get bombarded by DMs imploring me to explore these two drivers named Squeeze Benz and Where's 981. When I looked at
Where's 981? Huh.
their pages, their driving shocked me. I would describe their videos as daring, dangerous, and reckless. I'm fascinated by the human desire to push limits and go against the grain. I'm fascinated by the daredevils and outlaws.
Yeah, because that's what he get off on. That's what he get aroused by. So, you know, he don't really have to do other things to be aroused. This does it for him every single day. Running from the police, all that testosterone, and he ain't got no serotonin in his body, none. He just find different ways to get it.
Laws of the world. Young men in particular love to do this in a variety of ways. Evel Knievel shot himself out of a cannon, Philip Petit tightrope walked across the Twin Towers, Alex Honnold climbed up cliffs without a rope, and fighter Darren Till cut weight until he went blind. The question that comes to mind when you look at this behavior is what compels someone to push themselves to such lengths and risk injury or death. In today's video, we investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage and fascination across New York.
Police tried to pull over a car on West 38th Street and 7th
Oh
Avenue.
my God!
Off, slamming into
There's a twist to the story,
Oh!
because these guys don't just risk their own necks in the stunts, they also risk the lives of innocent pedestrians and the law enforcement that chases them. These guys regularly go on police chases and evade police helicopters. Today, we interview them face to face and talk morality, ethics, danger, and their motivation.
They don't
for their
got
behavior.
none.
Let's dive in and go
They don't
boots
have
on
no
the ground.
soul. They don't got none.
This documentary is purely for educational purposes. We want to stress that the behavior depicted in this
Oh my
video is
God.
dangerous, illegal, and should never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's. Please drive responsibly. Thank you.
Most deaf. But Tommy G.
2 with the F87, table for 2 by Carbona section.
We wanted to know how everyday people
In
felt
New
about
Jack
this kind of
City.
driving. We had some extra time to kill at the New York airport, so I went around showing people videos of Squeeze Benz and Where's 981 driving. Here's what they had to say about it.
Oh my God.
What do you think of that?
It's just dangerous. I think if the police go after them, it's a bit dangerous. Puts everyone else at risk.
He's probably going 120, 130 right now. See how
He's from the UK.
I feel like he thinks he's in a video game. That stuff pisses me off. So I got kids that are on those roads too. When that guy hits one of my kids, he'll say, I don't know what happened.
I could tell this guy a million times.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to JB and the Fam stream.
It makes me mad.
Welcome
I get
to the
it.
Stream of
All
Dreams,
kids
everybody.
are bred to do that, right? But it's irresponsible.
It's how
If I
I'm feeling
told
right
you
now.
This guy's gotten away from not only multiple police, but also helicopters. What's your reaction on that?
I believe it. I just feel like it's really selfish. I feel like he should get his license taken away for some period of time.
Get his license taken away. Get his license taken away. Get his license taken away. Miss Lady, do you think that's going to stop him from getting in somebody else's car, getting his man's car, and peeling out on something, doing some donuts somewhere at a donut shop? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not going to do a goddamn thing. getting his license removed and revoked.
And probably have to go through safe driving classes, maybe talk to people who are victims of people
I
that
think it
drive
should be
like him.
commensurate with like attempted manslaughter or something like. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Damn.
in effect
Yeah.
you're putting people at risk intentionally when you go a certain speed over the speed limit.
If
Nah,
you were
for
his
sure.
mother or father, what would you tell him?
That he's a selfish idiot. One of these days, somebody is gonna get in his way, and that person's gonna end up dead, or many people are gonna end up dead. And if he ends up dead, that's his consequence for what he does. But nobody else deserves to have that kind of risk. It's no different than someone who's really drunk getting behind the wheel of a car and driving when they have no control.
God
and your
almighty.
car is actually like a weapon
Oh,
of mass
my
destruction,
God.
so it has
On
to be
fire.
handled with care.
Look, see
Worse
donuts.
than being drunk and getting behind the wheel, because you're actively making the choice to put other people's lives at risk.
The steepest price that gets paid is not the person driving the car. I mean, someone's going to end up dying, and that'll be that.
That can ruin hundreds of people's lives. Like if a kid in a school were to die, everybody in the school
It's a
would be
ripple
mourning
effect.
for that one person.
Nah, real
He's
shit.
for it.
Real shit.
Not safe at all.
If he hits somebody, do you think it should be manslaughter or the first?
But look though, this is where I'm at. I'm not about being safe, but I'm not about being reckless. Yo, Chico, be safe. Hell no, you'll never hear me say that. Yo, Chico, be aware, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? Be aware. And people take when other people say to them, stay dangerous, they take that as like their ticket, like their meal ticket. Like, oh, stay dangerous? Bet. I'm going to get me a Nissan Altima, put some 4 Jowls on that bitch, okay? I'm going to tune it up, and I'm going to stay dangerous, because that's what he told me. That's what he said. Psh, stupid nigga.
I say manslaughter because you know what you're doing.
Right,
Like,
manslaughter,
you're
yep.
just crazy, like,
What would you tell him if you could say something to him?
I'd be like, slow down.
What do you think?
They're not going to listen. They're not going to listen. They're not going to listen. I'm telling them nothing. If I were with them right here, and I'm getting interviewed to tell them something, nothing. You got to play reverse psychology on dumbasses like this. No, y'all gonna die. I ain't telling y'all shit. Real shit, and I mean it too. I ain't lying. I mean that shit.
Think about driving like this.
Oh, it's terrible. I don't like it.
Like you better stay away from him.
Yeah.
What should be the penalty if he's caught?
Uh-oh.
Manslaughter or first?
Hold on, she got a Milwaukee Jan on. Hold on, baby. She repping the set, ain't he? Got the New York Yankee shirt, and she got the Milwaukee from top to bottom on. Look at her. Repping.
If he hits
Repping the
somebody, you mean if he
schedule.
kills somebody, it's vehicular manslaughter.
This guy has the ability to get away from multiple police vehicles, and including helicopters.
Right.
So he hasn't been caught. Yesterday,
He
got away
hasn't
from a
been
helicopter.
caught.
Where, in New York or California?
New York.
Wow. What kind of car is he renting?
Lamborghini.
I could see I was out running the cops. I guess we could hope for him hitting a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Turn yourself in, brother. You're a reckless driver and you're going to hurt innocent people.
I got folks taking pics, something like paparazzi. I'ma go and get the test, I don't really like the mods. Really getting to the check, but I ain't rocking no horizon.
We're on our way to meet Squeeze Benz.
Oh,
Recently,
Lord,
he's
here
been
we
making
go.
the news for his high-speed stunts. While some people see his driving as exhilarating or exciting, there's a rising sentiment that this sort of behavior.
And then people get off on that, like what? You know what I mean, y'all? Like people get off on watching that shit.
unnecessarily endangers innocent drivers and pedestrians.
Nigga wearing
He sent us
gloves.
the address.
Yep, gloves, masks, goddamn hand warmers, nigga long socks, everything, nigga.
To a random parking garage and told us to pull up. This is what we encountered. Folks, we're on the way to talk to one of the most wanted drivers in New York, Squeeze Benz. This kid does stuff that makes my butthole pucker up. Pause. This guy is reckless. This guy is extreme. This guy drives at a very high speed. I do not drive like this. You shouldn't drive like this, and there's a reason why I'm not getting into their cars while they're driving this fast. It's dangerous, it's reckless, it's scary. Disclaimer, don't do this at home. He's kind of like a high-speed fugitive. I'm always interested in the outlaws of the world, people that live on the edge. Humans, especially men, are always pushing the limits of danger. But one distinction I want to...
Tommy G controlled opposition though. I fuck with Tommy, but Tommy G controlled. He controlled to really like get connect. Like y'all better not think that Tommy G is not tapped in with FBI, CIA, the cops of every single state in the world. You know, come on now, it's portfolio. It's a resume. Like this nigga done linked up with the Kia Boys. Where the Kia Boys at now? Diminished. I mean, they're still out there, but you know, it's not that many boys as it was with the help of Tommy G. You know, double agent.
Gonna make is Evel Knievel
So don't do no wrong by people. That's the moral of that. Don't do no wrong.
only harms himself if he fails.
I
The
wanna
UFC
get
fighters are both
closer
signing up their
to
mutual
you,
combat. But
baby.
these guys, if something goes wrong, they harm innocent civilians. So I want to ask
Yeah,
him
nah,
about
that's
that, but then ask him about the
Stay aware,
law,
bro.
the
And that's why I be telling y'all, man, when y'all in public, bro, do your best to take them ear pods out, or if you got them in, have one in and the other one in your pocket, in the case. You know, listen to music. Like, don't be on your phone so much, cause like little shit, bro. While you walking, little shit, bro. Little shit. Stay aware. Some of these people are fucking insane. They have no brain. They are literally crash outs.
testing danger piece that lives strongly within them, because I think that's interesting. This is not a product placement. I do not want a partnership with Celsius. I do not drink your drink.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
And when lasting as long as you have, that's it. I mean, that's you're finished. It's sorry. In honor of that, R.I.P. Mainstream media. Sweatshirts available. TommyGMcGee.com. Oh,
Tommy G. McGee's last name.
What the f is this Batman, dude?
In a duck off too. All blacked out. Those are illegal tints too, especially in New York, I'm sure. Well, man, I don't know. Everybody in New York got some funky ass tints. I don't know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It started like.
And he liked that shit too. That's a badge of honor to him. He get horny off that shit.
About a year ago, I got my first Benz, and I always did like little driving videos, and I never really took it to nothing. And then my boy started saying like, you know, mad people are blowing up off this, and I was just like,
He white.
You know, that's just how it started.
I'm
Or
curious.
maybe like, I don't know, Spanish. He could be Spanish too.
Like you have a Lamborghini, at one point a Mercedes-Benz. I'm sure you go through a lot of different cars. Are you going on tour and just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that.
I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get chased a
Yeah,
lot.
he had
so
to.
I just realized, like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys I'm street vet.
Did you ever get blown up by the tour
something like
people
that.
asking what the hell happened?
They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, I'm just driving the car, you know what I mean?
You mix danger, but there's also other people at
Snake
risk
dog.
when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out and I used to just bug out. I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I did have some professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know like that's how I drive. There's been
Oh, we said niggas no. Hold on.
for so long now that I feel like I did have some professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know like that's how
He don't sound too comfortable saying that. He don't sound too comfortable saying that. Hold on, one more time.
I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I did have some professional at it. Like, you know,
I'm dead as a professional. Yeah, he is Spanish. Yeah, something like that.
niggas know like that's how I drive.
Yeah.
There's been incidents where
Like,
I've gone
niggas
out
know,
with people
like,
and
niggas
they
know,
try
like,
keeping
you
up
know
with me
what I
and
mean?
they crash.
How fast do you go?
I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour.
Film me with one hand,
damn.
driving with the other, 210 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's
What the
insane.
fuck?
Did that scare you?
Not really, just to build up a tolerance of just speed.
Do you feel like the police watch your Instagram?
100%. They do.
Yeah.
Let's pop in the car and keep the conversation going.
And Tommy G about to be in the car with this nigga. Look at his hands. Oh, look at his arms. Yeah, he is Hispanic. Could even be light skinned a little bit.
How many?
And his mom white. Dad. No. Yeah, his mom white, dad black.
People normally f out compared to like, am I in the high end of
Not even a high end, but
That's okay. Does your mom worry about you?
I call her, she don't even want to hear the things that I'm doing. She be getting scared because she know I be doing shit, like, you know what I mean?
Do you know any friends that have gotten really hurt or died?
Never mind. Mom white or mom, you know. Mom white and dad just yeah.
Doing this?
My boy, he was...
Wait, no, that's what I said. No, that's not. I said he got a black mom. Wait, what did I say? Black mom?
Recent, and he macked up and he hit his head and his head like split open a little bit. He needed stitches, but like other than that, nothing's ever happened.
Tell me about the camera system in New York. How hard is
I
it
said
to
white
evade,
mom?
capture, or awareness of the police?
Super easy. A lot of people like they be doing crimes with their plates on. Like, I mean, if I go and run from a cop, I'm gonna make sure I either have altered plates or no plates at all.
New York City is home.
You heard that? Alter plates or no plates at all.
To one of the most advanced camera surveillance networks on the planet. An
Yep.
Amnesty International project identified that there are more than 25,000 public and private cameras at traffic intersections across the city. This camera technology
And y'all still ain't catching motherfuckers do stupid ass crimes. New York, y'all full of shit.
can capture faces and other details from up to 400.
But shout out Olivia Benson and Ben Stabler and my dog Finn and my dog Nick. Okay, can't forget about Nick. Feel me?
100 feet away. This infrastructure isn't cheap either. This camera technology, combined with cell phone tracking tools, spyware, and facial recognition, racked up nearly $3 billion in expenditures from the
What's
NYPD
up,
from
Demonash? What's
2007
good?
to 2019. When street racers run rampant in the city, it's easy for governments to make the argument to increase the surveillance in order to shut down this reckless and deadly behavior. However, this same technology can also be used to capture the profiles of millions of civilians on a daily basis, something that is currently happening in China.
These drivers
and
got
that
too
many
much
Americans are
damn
afraid
road
of.
rage
As
too,
technology
y'all.
such
Like,
as AI facial recognition and high-def cameras increase in quality, this is a challenge we are
they've been having that in China. And we watched a video on that. They've been having that in China for 20 years.
going to have to wrestle with to ensure the very tech that can help keep us safe also doesn't grow
Maybe
too
even 30.
powerful to infringe upon our freedoms.
What are the different
Freedom went away after 9/11. What?
penalties for if you got caught doing what we were doing?
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing.
Bro, don't you see the school zone? Little kids going around. Little kids going around, bro.
What are the different
School zone. Slow your ass down.
penalties for if you got caught doing what we were doing?
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing more than triple the speed limit, double the speed limit. This is a lot of tickets to it.
You did a video in Times Square recently, right?
Yeah.
I gotta send it back for all my insecurities. Maybe like some work will probably clean it
Doing
back.
donuts in the middle of Times Square. Trash music. L music. L music. He don't got gloves in this one. He might be light skinned. But like half black. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Oh my god. He got that.
It only takes one mistake to permanently change or destroy somebody's life.
I do understand that. It's just like
Shut up. No, you don't. No, you don't.
we were also like, it was a lot of people. 12 o'clock in the morning. You seen in the video, like I stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody, and started doing donuts. And then when I was running the red lights, I'm not gonna lie, I was
This
low-key
nigga-
bugging. I low-key know how to run red lights. I've been chased by Mac cops to the point where I could blow the red lights doing 60, 70. No, I'm not gonna.
72. What is your strategy in getting away from police?
Hopping on the highway. These cops, like, they're not really built for that. It's a lot of real rookie cops now. A bunch of rookie cops, and these guys do not know how to drive on the highway.
Let's talk about how drivers like Ben's can evade detection for so long. They do so by altering or covering up their license plate so the car cannot be tracked by police or the traffic cameras. Cars with this modification have been nicknamed ghost cars. Last month, a joint task
Ghost
force was
cars.
launched between New York Governors Kathy Hochul, New York Mayor Eric Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA to crack down on the issue of ghost cars. In their first day alone, they impounded 73 cars, issued 282 court summons, and made 8 arrests. And
Alright, so peep this, right? So whenever I was in New Orleans, I used to ride around, right? And my dad always told me, I mean, I've always been aware, but like my dad always told me, make sure you drive around, you know, to like see different parts of the city, like uptown, downtown. Like if you're anywhere, you know how to maneuver, you know how to get in, get out, you know the little side streets, the alleys, the holes in the walls, the stores that be open. Okay, the stores that be open 24 hours and stuff like that, right? Like, you know, make sure you drive around. So when I had my car for about 2 years, so I was living over here, but then I went back to the city for like a weekend or something. I was driving around and I was seeing so much more junkyards. And Chico definitely know what I'm talking about here, but like there is a lot of situations.
WSP brother.
What's good, Jen? What's up, bro? There's a lot of situations where there's junkyards and there's places where you can get new tires, you can get a hole in your tire fixed. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of them be crackheads and felons and convicts and, You know, shout out to him though. You know, you still give him respect, cause like on Christmas Day, my dad had a hole in his tire. Guess where we went? 8 a.m. We went 10 minutes up the road to this little junkyard with tires and shit like that. It was hood, right? Hood shit, but he got a new tire, and it worked, and they know exactly what to do. So with these junkyards and these, with these places that have a lot of spare tires and shit, trust me, they are in connection with a lot of these, and that's where these niggas get these ghost cars. That's where a lot of these felons get. Y'all know what a halfway house is? A halfway house is where felons can get is where felons can get their car. What the fuck I just say? No. Fuck, I just got confused. Jens, love you, bro. Thank you for the 5 months, dog. Love you, man. Thank you. A halfway house is where felons go to stay after they get out of jail, right? And it's like, a lot of bunk beds, a lot of beds and that shit. Yeah, halfway house. So it's the same way. It's the same way. Like in certain zip codes and area codes, like Chico, downtown, or maybe like downtown, maybe even like close to downtown, like 5 minutes out. There's gonna be a lot of halfway houses. That's where it is for us, right? And so that's how you can know like shit's really like all connected to each other. But Jen, thank you for the 5 months, bro. Love you, man. Thank you.
I noticed the same thing back home in Milwaukee. The guys running through the red lights, driving the stolen cars, and driving aggressively, most of them do not have license plates.
What's the longest police chase you've been in?
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's a pretty long chase. How many guys do you think were chasing you at one time?
I had to do like 3, 4, but the main thing was the helicopter. That was really hard to get away from. Luckily, it was late night.
Look at him. Look at him.
And that shit does 210
Relax, bro. Traffic in New York. Look at this, bro. Relax.
You crashed in the helicopter?
Yeah, they only like top out like 150, 140.
You crash into somebody, they get paralyzed, they die. Do you think you deserve to go to prison?
Yes. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be put into prison for life. If I kill somebody, that's somebody's life. Like, that's somebody's mother, brother, cousin, whatever the case is. If somebody crashed into my mom in her car and they killed her, I'd want them to go to jail. You know what I mean? Maybe not for life, but just.
So he low-key still got somewhat of a heart, even though he is so reckless and, endangered. He has somewhat of a heart. He a young nigga. He probably just graduated from high school with like a 2.3 GPA. Shit, he could be like 18. Fuck, like 18, 19. Just graduated. But he got somewhat of a heart, I can sense.
Enough to get it in their head, like,
What makes taking these risks worth it for you?
They're not really risks to me, that's the thing. I don't really see them as risks. I see them as, like, me just everyday driving.
You said
everyday driving.
9 years old?
My dad used to give me his car. I used to sit on his lap when I was like 7. He used to give me the steering wheel, that. And then, I was 9. He used to send me, go to AutoZone real quick. I used to go to AutoZone, Home Depot, whatever the cases. At 13, I used to start picking up my boys, and that's when I started really, cutting up.
Oh my motherfucker. Okay, easy, Tiger. Easy. Come on. Hey.
But it's so easy for him. Like, oh my God.
Hey. No more. Ooh, that motherfucking made me.
Imagine me doing that.
At 100?
Yeah, like, that's really nothing.
How many police chases do you think you've been?
More in my hands.
He said they'd be like,
so many times where the boys just get behind us. It's not really chases to us. Really back off.
Do you think you're the most wanted driver in New York?
Between me and Where's 981, like Where's 981 low-key died down, I feel like I've taken over that spot, so yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of young men that watch the content. What do you think about kids that want to go try and replicate this, copy this?
From Squeeze Benz himself, do not come try this.
This is something that you could get paralyzed, you could die. I don't drive like this, you shouldn't. Some people in this game take lots of risks, and Squeeze is one of those guys, but highly advise never do this. How sophisticated is the camera system in New York?
It's getting more sophisticated now to where, like, it'll take them probably 2-3 days to really find where you was at, you know what I mean?
How do you stash your vehicle so that the police don't trace you to your house?
I pay for a garage, I have other parking garages where I park my car.
So just like a drug dealer has trap houses, you have different...
I have trap houses, yeah.
Miguel, are you nervous at all?
I'm nervous.
The boys are right here.
Shaking like shit. Oh!
But how do you know he was about to get out of his vehicle? You were just about to smash him as he opened up his door.
I would have fucking Nah, chill.
Why do you think this is something that
sucks
young
for
men
him.
gravitate towards?
Adrenaline.
Let's talk about brain
See?
development in young
Yep.
men. The
See?
male brain
Told
is
you.
not fully mature until about 25,
There you
so
go.
the prefrontal cortex that assesses risk is not fully developed yet, which
There you
helps
go.
to explain the risky behavior we see in this segment of the population. There's a name for this, young male syndrome. This sometimes short-sighted behavior is hypothesized to have provided an evolutionary advantage. A 2001 University of Liverpool study found that females prefer brave males who take risks to the ones that do not. And if we go back thousands of years to being
Picture Mike?
hunter-gatherers on the
Hell
savannah,
no.
this preference makes sense, as a female would want the male that fends off the lion or stands to
I
fight
may
when
keep
another
this for
rival
Call of Duty
tribe
too.
approaches. Biologically, not much has changed in our brains then, but our technology has progressed much further, and it helps to explain why you see young men doing high-speed chases and drifting through Times Square.
What's the craziest getaway story you have?
That'll be the one with the helicopter. I pulled up on the highway showing the charge. He was about to pull someone over. So I got behind him. I started playing with him. And I was recording. I got away, obviously. A week later, I started getting chased by 2-3 black Chargers. I'm looking up. And I see the helicopter above me. And I'm like, oh no. It was only like my second ever helicopter chase, so my heart was bumping. I'm not knowing how hard these guys are going to go for me right now. They're going to set a roadblock up, something, you know what I mean? But thank God that wasn't the case.
Like a spike strip.
That's never happened to me. I don't need to give these niggas advice, but like, I don't know why don't use spike strips.
Is it hard for you to
Honestly, yeah. If you don't really want to step
He said, I don't know why y'all don't use spike strips, even though I'm not gonna give you no fucking advice.
in a safe environment, if you give us a spot, we're going to use it.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
This is not going to be a forever thing. Eventually, it's going to turn into a brand.
How often do you drive reckless?
It's every day, but to a limit.
Let's talk about reckless driving in the United States. In 2021, there were 6 million car crashes,
God
and
damn.
39,500 of them were fatal. A survey by the insurance company Nationwide found that 47% of Gen Z reported driving faster than the speed limit, and 34% of them reported video chatting while driving. Actions
Wow.
like this help contribute to car crashes being the leading cause
Look
of
at
death
y'all.
for American teenagers. Another concerning fact is the amount of pedestrians killed by reckless driving. In 2022, there were 7,500 deaths in this manner. In New York, vehicular manslaughter is a felony that carries a steep sentence of up to 15 years.
We took 2 Polaroids, they're fresh off the press, still developing. We're gonna put them in 2 random people that buy merch in the next 48 hours. 2 people will get Squeeze Benz, Tommy G, Polaroid photos, RIP Mainstream Media, Big Dog.
And then y'all are monetizing this? Tommy G. Tommy, told y'all, controlled opposition. Tommy G, y'all finna put it on and monetize. Oh boy. Wow. Can't even. Wow. Okay.
Polaroids, they're fresh off the press, still developing. We're gonna put them in 2 random people that buy merch in the next 48 hours. 2 people will get Squeeze Benz, Tommy G, Polaroid photos, RIP Mainstream Media, Big Dog's Gotta Eat. Hope to send this to you.
Available on Patreon only are the wild and extended cut versions of the interviews with Squeeze Benz, including one right after he got finished with a helicopter chase, extended cut interview with Swim Team, and more. This is some good shit. Patreon. We find ourselves in another parking garage meeting with New York driver Where's 981 and his crew, the Swim Team.
Yes, sir.
Swimming
Shout out to
refers
the
driving
Patreon.
technique
Y'all heard the
with a cutout
Patreon.
leading
Shout
in and
out
of
to the
traffic to get where they
Patreon.
wanna go. They've gained a lot of notoriety online, and I wanted to
Get on
talk
that
to them to learn more
Patreon, y'all.
about
Get on
it.
that
The faster you go
Patreon.
and the more dangerous you drive.
Oh my God.
The faster you go and the more dangerous you drive.
Oh.
The more views you get.
Alright guys, we're pulling up to meet the Swim Team. They're one of the groups of the drivers. Why do you guys call yourself Swim Team?
This is how it started. Like, they call me Float. It used to be called Float Apostle. So like, I guess it's like a teacher. I would teach you how to float. And then it just turned into like, you know, we started cutting up and stuff. It was almost like we were swimming through traffic, and they'll call me like Michael Phelps. So we're swimming.
How fast
Michael
do you go
Phelps.
sometimes?
So I'm hitting 150 every day. It's easy to hit 150, bro. Like, it's triple digits no matter what. Your 50, 60 miles an hour is my 100.
Have you had any near misses?
Damn.
Yeah, of course. People come to me like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not going to try and teach you how to do it because of the simple fact that someone can get hurt. Thank you that I have not hurt anybody. It's like shooting a gun in an open field. Like, anybody can get hit with a straight bullet.
If you hit somebody and they get really injured or die, what should be the punishment you think?
I'm going to jail 1,000%.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why?
It's not worth it. That's the thing. I can't justify it, you know?
What's it like
It's
being
a
in
drug.
high-speed
It's a
chase?
drug to
The
them.
first time, it feels...
It's a drug to them. Why the fuck they keep drinking every day? They know it's bad for them. Yet, they can't stop. And so they won't. But they say it's not going to be, oh, today's the last day. I'm done drinking. You had a damn near life, a near-death experience, life, you know, altering experience. You still going to drink. You still going to smoke. You still going to fuck these hoes. You still going to pay money to prostitutes. You still going to do that. So, what it matter?
Crazy, bro. Like, you're like you're scared to go home some way, somehow. You make it home. You have a little bit of tough night.
Bro, please fix the mic, bro. It's good, bro. It's good.
You make it to the next night. They never come. After that, you get numb to it, you know?
What are the laws in New York for chasing people? Because I know in Milwaukee, oftentimes they don't chase you at a certain speed because they know it results in civilian deaths. A lot of times when the chase happens.
It depends on the cop, honestly. I've seen cops where one of my boys, this dude going off-road in New York, and the cop following him off the road. You know,
what
that
the
one
fuck?
cop that's just ready to be like, alright, I'm coming for you, and it's over.
What does your mom think about this?
I bring my mom to work, she's going 150. She didn't get scared. In her eyes, she knows I'm a good driver. Like, she got mother's prayers, of course. She's gonna always pray for me, make sure everything works out every single time, but she's not too stressed.
You created Swim, right?
I wouldn't say
Mom.
Swimming, and then we're like, why does that sound kind of nice?
So I'm here with...
Dead ass be changing mic. I'm probably going to stay with this on COD too.
And I'm Tommy G, allegedly.
They got place on they wheel.
Who out of this group is the high-speed specialist?
This nigga right here is like nasty on the truck. This nigga right here, he's just nasty on the motor. He can slide, drift, go fast.
What's the fastest you guys have ever gone in a car before?
These niggas flexing this shit.
170?
183. 192.
That's life or death speed. What makes it worth it for you to put yourself in that position where you could go to the afterlife if you're not careful?
You say you can go to the afterlife.
If I die, I die. I'm not living life like I want to die for me. I'm not trying to go outside and die, obviously. I never, like, hopped in a car and went that fast off rip. It's kind of like, I got used to it, slowly, you know, building up, like, a tolerance to speed. If you're watching this and you're a driver, then you know what I mean when you feel the rear wheels through the seat of the car.
You're super in tune and in touch. It's almost like the car is an extension of your body.
Oh, no, it is.
From the seat, the steering wheel, the audio cues, how loud the engine is, if your tires are squealing. You have so many cues in it, and it's really up to you to take all that sensory input and be able to...
No, that's real. Now that's real rap. That's real rap.
Like, we genuinely want to hop on the track, just go crazy. It's just a track right now. It's expensive, and people are shutting the tracks down.
Do you guys know anyone that has crashed or died or gotten injured doing
that's
this?
real right there.
For sure, but nobody that's really crashed.
We've got so far to go. Hey.
Hurt or crash or anything like that, I think it'll end it for
Oh my God, look at that.
There's a risk of hurting someone that's completely... Someone could be on their way to work. Someone could be going to pick up their kid from soccer practice.
And you can't
like,
be on your
how does
phone
that
at all.
factor in your driving and what you think about when you
I'm
drive?
glad they're not on their phone though, at least, you know.
I get left, I get stuck, man.
What does that mean when you get left?
If I'm following 91 or I'm following flow and they think a cut I can't take, I'm not taking it. We swim for each other. We drive for each other. We don't drive for ourselves. I know exactly how each one of
That's
them
a tight
drive,
squeeze
how
right
I
there.
drive. So God forbid someone has to hard brake.
Oh
the
my, look
cars
at all
behind
these
are
reds.
already
Oh,
braking and looking for openings, so we're not rear-ending each other.
Have you guys had any near misses?
Oh my God.
But there was this one time where he took a cut. Right after he took the cut, it was either I fit the cut or it's funny
Oh
saying
my
this, but
gosh, bro.
Yeah, right, we have insurance on our cars, we pay for our cars. Like, people think, oh, it's daddy's money. Like, that should be pissing me off, bro, because I did work hard as for this shit, bro.
Yeah, you do scam hard for that shit, bro. Hell yeah, you scam hard for that shit.
And I tell her, look, I'm trying. We have a brand, the Swim Team, right? We're not trying to cut a reckless 24/7, bro. Like, we got a 5M service coming up, a Settle Corsa service coming up, and honestly,
A
like,
5M server. You niggas nerds.
you guys are giving us in. We're not gonna take this and just, throw it all away. It's like one of those stories we're trying to create where the bad guy kinda wins.
What do you say to the people that are like super pissed when they see what you do? Like, that's reckless, it's selfish, it's dangerous, people could die. What do you say to those type of folks?
Honestly, bro, you're right. I agree with them, bro. I don't even argue with them. I don't argue with them, bro. I don't argue with them either. When people look at accidents and they see like us cutting up and like racing through traffic, doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff, they see it as not precise. Like, they're thinking like we're just out there and we're trying to crash. We're not trying to
And look,
crash anything.
damn.
When we're on the road, we're actually paying attention to the road.
And look, Bad guy always lose, but they got a different philosophy than that. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, whenever I'm driving and I see Mustangs and GTs and SRTs do all of that shit, especially when I was in H-Town in Atlanta. Oh my goodness, I had my car in Atlanta, and every time in H-Town, bro, what? Every time I see cars just fly past me, I just smirk and laugh, bro. Cause in Atlanta and in H-Town, it was always like 2 or 3 of them together. The same way they talking about, it was always 2 or 3 of them together. So 2 Mustangs wrapped in camouflage or something like that, or 3 SRTs wrapped in red, blue, and fucking matte purple or some shit, right? And they would swerve past me, and I just look at them, and I just smirk and I shake my head like. Of course, I would never want anything bad to happen, to them or anybody, but it's like shit, bro. Some of y'all look, you be putting that energy out into the universe, like y'all be asking for it, but then saying that you're not asking for it. Like, which lie are you gonna believe? That you're not asking for it, or that you're not doing nothing bad? You know what I mean? And that's facts. That's what I said. That's facts. They're not on their phone. None of that.
And like, we don't ever be under the influence.
Right.
Behind the wheel, and I'm proud to say that.
Tell me,
I believe him. I believe
him. Your head in the police chase. How do you get away? What are you thinking about? Are you trying to go a few streets then take an exit? You got a hideout? Like, how do you evade police in this type of situation?
I believe him.
Don't give out too much sauce.
There's people that might watch what you do and wonder how the police have not caught you yet. What is your answer?
I mean, truly, the way that we don't get caught is to stop being dickheads. New York has a no chase policy. I can say this because I've been, at least in swim, at least, I got into the most count chasing, right? And I'm not saying that because I like that. I got the worst luck, bro. I'll be honest. Got the worst luck of it.
I want to know what the legal perspective
There's no
was
such
on
thing
what
as
Swim
luck,
Team,
bro.
Squeeze Benz, and all these other New York drivers were doing.
Pointing
what were
at
the
the
legal
nigga.
ramifications? How much
He was
jail time
pointing
did
at
they
the
face,
cop car
and
while
why
he
is
was
it that they were
chasing.
so brazen about continually doing this? I talked to my guy Nate the lawyer to figure out more about this. He's a lawyer that runs a YouTube channel and breaks things down regularly.
Man,
this is what
gone.
he had to say.
My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm a former prosecutor and a former law school professor. And what you've just seen on screen is known.
And he realized, let me get the fuck out that system, because that system, especially for my black ass, is fucked up and is going down the drain. Because they setting up, especially for men like myself. They're setting it up. It's set up in a way. It's propagated and organized in a way that is going to put me in the wrong. So he said, let me go on YouTube and start putting my knowledge out that he spent years in law school taking the MCAT. Wait, the MCAT is for, wait, hold on. No, that's for medical. Hold on, because I had a friend who, it's MCAT, let me see. MCAT is for medical. Okay. Lawyer test name. The bar, tripping. The bar. Thank you. The bar exam, right? Bro, years back when my man's, who is still a lawyer to this day, he said every single test is $250. And you only get, I think he said 3. Yeah, aight. Yeah, aight. So, he said, let me get on YouTube and start talking about this shit.
Known as reckless driving. In the state of New York, you could serve up to a year in prison if you recklessly drive. Reckless driving in New York is simple. It's if you drive in a manner that, quote, unreasonably interferes with the free and proper use of the public highways or unreasonably endangers users of the public highway. Reckless driving is...
That's too biased, bro. That's too biased. That's why everybody be fucking off in New Jerk, bro. It's too biased. Unreasonably interfering with free and proper use of public highway. If I have my blinker on and I'm turning, but I'm going 90 miles per hour when the speed limit is 60 or 65, I mean, yeah, I'm going over the speed limit, but that's a light ticket. But they are chasing away from the cops. You see? This is too ambiguous, bro.
prohibited. Every person violating this provision shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, meaning you can serve
Slap
up to
on the
a
wrist,
year
bro.
in jail. If someone is injured or killed during the act of reckless driving,
Different story.
you could find yourself facing some serious charges.
Dangerous and disturbing exclusive video of young people driving their cars recklessly just before one of the cars crashed and killed 2 people.
Now, this driver was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He's facing up to 10 years in prison.
Woo!
If you are doing something that you know is inherently dangerous and could get someone killed or hurt, and then you do it anyway, that the law finds to be reckless and criminal in some cases. Driving a car 90 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone is reckless. Someone could get hurt. Someone could get killed. And if someone does, then you are on the hook for that homicide. There may be no fear of repercussions because of New York's bail reform laws. The misdemeanor of reckless driving, as you see on the screen, isn't eligible for bail. If someone commits this crime 10 times in the same day, they'll get bail every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Now, some of you may not believe how insane New York's bail reform laws are, but they are insane. Like this guy who was arrested 101 times for shoplifting and let go every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Or this guy who was arrested for 3 assaults in one day, even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time on bail reform. Wow. Or the story of these 4 people who chopped up 2 bodies, left body parts all around the state of New York, and then when the cops went to their home, they found blood, body parts, guts, everything in their home. But guess what the judge did? He released them without bail. When you put everything together, I think these guys are doing it because they don't really have any fear that they're going to kill anybody. And if they get caught reckless driving, they'll get arrested and charged, but they'll probably be let out the same day on bail reform. Then we can go out and do it again. If you need legal advice, if you're looking to this YouTube video to help you in your case, you're looking at the wrong place. With that being said, I'm Nate the Lawyer, and I'm out. Peace.
After hearing what Nate the Lawyer said, hearing that there's no consequences really for what these guys are doing, it makes sense why they're doing it. Back to the swim team.
How often you guys get nervous doing this?
Oh, it's a big boy in the front. This is a big boy in the front. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe.
Everyone else and me, they single me out because I'm
Mama said it's my fault.
I can afford the ticket. In the beginning, I could, but then that shit started stacking up. And if you're gonna say, oh, then just don't speed, I wasn't speeding. I was just keeping up with.
Look, if y'all gotta run, look, and I'm not saying he's slow neither. There's some big dude, you know what I mean, who really put on them jets. But if y'all gotta run from them folks, y'all know who gonna be slightly in last place, just about.
The flow of traffic, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm super nervous at first. You gotta tell lawyer fees too. After the first time,
oh my God. Yep, get out the way. Yep.
How many people?
Ooh.
15 cars?
Damn. Ooh, that's a type. Oh my God. In Florida, you gotta keep up with the flow of traffic or you will crash. Nah, real shit. That's how it is in H-Town for sure. Like just make sure, like, if that speed limit is 60 on the highway, real shit, you better be doing 60. You better be doing 60 or 65. Real shit. You cannot, and I mean cannot, do 50. You will be a mouse trampled over at a grocery store. You too fucking slow. You too fucking slow. Real shit. You gotta do the speed limit plus like 60, 65, maybe even 70. Like, bro, when I was like, there's so many exits in H-Town. Like, oh my God, bro. Just Houston alone. Huge, bro. Huge. So there were so many times where I was about to take the wrong exit, and I had to get on the side, like where these niggas is turning from, like on the, y'all know what I'm talking about, like all the way on the side. I had to get there. Niggas honking at me, all type of shit, cause my GPS is fucked up. You know, I never been on this side of town, on this part of the exit. So, you know, and then if you get stuck, if you take the wrong exit, nigga, that's gonna be a whole nother 10 to 15 minutes to go all the way down to take the exit and loop back around to get back to the exit and then get on the street of your destination. Bruh. Crazy.
I don't like every type of news at all, because they reached out to me about my content, and they still posted after I said no. And I don't like that. But yeah, there's mad news article about us already.
So news reporters have reached out to you guys. They DM you, they email you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Ali Bauman from CBS New York.
Oh shit. Put on blast. Oh my God. Putting the chick on blast. Ali Barbars. May we have permission to air some of your videos with credit to you? And look at him. I would have to humbly decline.
I was like, to me, I just never responded.
Damn. What made you say no to her and yes to me?
Honestly, bro, you're not a cop. Yeah, you're not a cop. You're not associated with the law. You don't have an ulterior motive. I genuinely feel like you're not going to try to paint that picture with it. And you've seen your videos. See the work you do, and the type of, honestly, you've interviewed people that do worse stuff than us, yeah, so it's like, come on now, if you were keeping them safe, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep us safe, bro.
To me, it feels really fun to have no journalistic background, to be beating them at their own game.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Chess, not checkers, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, when you're an authentic person, you go far in life.
I feel like people in our generation just don't trust the news. They've lied so many times that their credit's gone with us.
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate shit from TikTok.
Pull over, take the track.
What'd he just say?
Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate shit from TikTok.
Now, brothers and sisters, did y'all see what this filthy, dirty ass nigga just did?
Yeah, these dudes are not no older than 22, bro. No older than 22, 21, 19, little nuts, bro. Little nuts, bro. All right, after this video, we on.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the Jackie doing tricks. Keep
I'll
swimming,
text
got
you.
the paddles in the ship.
Let's meet the swim team and let's hear their specialties.
Float, swim team, you already know.
And what's your specialty?
My specialty is floating. All I do is float. That's my name. That's what I do. It's everything.
Do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder doing this kind of stuff?
I always look over my shoulder. I'm always not anyone. I would say I'm kind of camera shy, but like my specialty is like I do a little bit of everything. But when it comes to like the the corporate side of things, the brand and stuff, like I'm basically like the brains behind that whole.
Wait, so you're trying to turn this into a video game?
I mean, we already kind of did. It's a game, so it's called Assetto Corsa. So basically, we host servers, and you just gotta take the link, hop on the server, and if any one of us happens to play on the server, you get to drive with Swim risk-free.
Whereas 981 and his team are well aware that a lot of his fans are young males that might try and replicate what they do, and knowing that that is incredibly dangerous, his team has done something so you can join them in the safety of your home. They built this online Assetto Corsa server so you can drive, swerve, drift, whatever you want. All you need is a computer, internet connection, and it's recommended you have a steering wheel. Details to join the server are in my description.
Lord have mercy.
Do you think you're wanted by law enforcement?
They definitely know about us. I mean, me specifically, I have no clue. If I am wanted, I'm sorry. I don't hate NYPD, I just don't want the ticket.
What do you go by?
Brick 250 or Brick 50, either one is fine.
And what's your specialty?
Well, right now, I think the fans would probably say my specialty is probably police chases, cop chases, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I think drifting though.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Honestly, bro, I lost count probably because I posted at least 30, I think. So
damn!
You have at least 30 police chases on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Why is this worth potentially going to prison?
No matter how you look at it, it's not worth it at all. Me being how I am as a person, bro, it's fun, bro.
Who are you?
So I'm Reaper.
What's your specialty?
I'm more of a low-key swimmer. I'm not really making videos and stuff, but if you know, you know.
Do you have any little brothers?
Oh yeah.
If they wanted to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'm a hypocrite, but I wouldn't recommend it. But
you don't recommend it?
No.
This is a question for the whole group. How often do you guys have to change vehicles?
I say if you do it right, you could probably go a year to 2 years where you have to swap the car if you're smart, but you could do some dumb shit in one night that makes you have to swap.
What do you go by?
Damn.
My name's Billy.
And what's your specialty?
Honestly, the fans kind of know me as Lester.
Oh, he a
I
jerk
would say.
off.
That's, if you get in trouble, you can call me. I'll help you with your situation.
So what makes this worth doing?
It's not worth
But they
doing.
got
I wouldn't
everybody.
recommend doing it if I
Hey,
were you, but I
they got a whole cult. They got a whole cult, bro. They know who to call. Hey, bro, you do this. Everybody got different jobs. Everybody got different priorities, different synchronicities to align with. And oh my gosh, bro, y'all the cops put in different form.
I can't make your decisions for you. So if you are going to do this against our best wishes, I guess, just think about other people on the road and do whatever you can to bring it home without hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, or damaging any property.
Tell me how you think about taking on risks and danger.
I think if you're ever going to take on any risks or any danger, whether it's physical risks or financial risks, I think you should write down every single one of the variables that could be a factor in the risk that you're taking, and you should figure out what's the worst case scenario that could go wrong, any other kind of scenarios that could go wrong, and you want to figure out what the best case scenario is, and if that's worth the gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table. But if those risks are worth the reward that you're going for, I think you should go for it. And if at any time you get too scared, the risks are too much for the reward, you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, then stop, because you're not built for it.
If you want an extraordinary life, you have to take extraordinary measures and risks in action, but know your lane and know when to sit out. And this is something I'm sitting out for.
Also, the story of Icarus, when you have wax wings and you fly too close to the sun, never feel like you got it on lock 24/7.
The story of Icarus comes from Greek mythology.
Lord,
and it
have
recounts the
mercy.
tale of Daedalus and his son Icarus, who were imprisoned on the island
You
of Crete
niggas
by
not
King
dumb.
Minos. To escape, Daedalus fashioned wings made of feathers and wax for him and Icarus. Warned by his father not to fly too close to the sun, Icarus disregarded this advice. As he soared higher and higher, the wax melted, causing his wings to fail, and he plummeted into the sea and drowned. This story serves as a cautionary tale warning against the dangers of overconfidence and recklessness. And this story, I think, is very relevant to Mr. Squeeze Benz.
My son Stolen couldn't make it, but he wanted to say what's up to y'all, feel me?
Anything you gotta say for the camera, brother?
Shout out my son Jolly too, he couldn't make it. Yeah, so you asked us these questions.
Shout out my
What do you
son.
think?
So here's the thing, I think danger is good in somebody's life, but when you endanger someone else while you're having your own fun, that's where I'm iffy about it. Yeah. I admire the courage, I admire the bravery, but when other people's lives are at risk, to me it's like it's a hard battle, you know what I mean? Like, if I lost a friend because someone was just having fun on the road, I'd want to kill that guy. I also, as a young man who does dangerous things too, get it. But I highly advise you, don't try it out.
And they got all type of connects too. All type of connects.
We met these guys here to do B-roll of their cool cars. But while waiting their turn, a couple of them decided to do donuts in a parking lot where there were many families. Because of this, the police were called, and in a few minutes, an NYPD helicopter arrived on the scene. This is what happened next.
Well, we got a dip in a second. You seen that, right? Yeah.
Hello folks, I'm Tommy G, here with the most wanted drivers in New York, looking at feeling out. Folks, I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Well folks, I think it's time we get out of here. Stay safe. Realize that the choices you make can impact other people. There's dangerous things you can do that just impact yourself. When it impacts scared civilians, we should probably get out of here. Let's go. I'm conflicted with this video, folks, because a lot of young people are going to think this is cool, and their brain is not developed enough to realize the risk to other people. And I feel like you got to pick and choose your battles. And like, while it is exciting, statistically, eventually, someone is going to crash, someone's going to die, someone's going to get paralyzed, and the game that sounded so fun is not so fun anymore.
Went from Game Boys to scales, now I play the mail. I'm flexing fake Matty boy that he copped on grill. Turbo sticking out the Civic, looking like a snail. Switched to V3 times, but we lost the trail. Got my boy from out of town, he's here to crack some safes. My cussy dropped a paddock off a pack of Ace outside the...
Wow. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy G with the most wanted drivers in New Jerk City. Stay aware out there, y'all.